YouTube, back at you with another video. Right now we're going to be doing cutouts on the Ram. So this is for all you people at home. Do it yourself and not have anybody worry about pricing or welding or anything like that. So what we did was we marked the size of the cutout pipe to the size that we'd be cutting out of the exhaust, measured it up, cut it out. Might have to do some adjusting later on, not too sure, but easy stuff, way better than a shop doing it. So we're going to take this and we're going to try and fit it in the pipe and see if it'll have a good fitment or not. Looks like we might have fitment issues. Here. Fitment issues. Put this on. Make sure you have all your clamps on before you put the pipe in there. Don't do what I just did. See this? It's supposed to be on first. So now I have a 15mm wrench, 9/16 ratchet socket, because I can't have anything that matches. That's it for that one. Seems pretty freaking flawless, just like it was made to be like that. Alright, to the back side, which I don't know how I'm going to exactly do. Angle it like that to where I can get the socket. Now we're doing the rear one. It's the same setup as the front. Just ratchet away. But whenever you wanted to make sure the size is precise when you're cutting it, because if you cut too big you might end up getting leaks, and if you cut too tight it might not fit. Luckily the pipe I cut was a little smaller than the actual cutout, so luckily it's got these grommet hangers, so I was able to just shove the muffler back some and it fit in really snug. So very lucky. And I gotta tighten this one by hand till that point. So. And this is a true dual exhaust system. Got the factory wide pipe out because that was too restrictive and I always wanted true dual. So hopefully there's a huge difference between the exhaust sound with these cutouts, because that's mainly the reason why I did it, and for more horsepower, because race truck. So still ratcheting my life away. Okay, that's freaking tight. Go back to the other one, tighten up the slack that the first one created. We're good on that. So one pipe is clamped in. We're gonna do the other pipe, which I sort of staggered the setup because of how my hangers are welded. I had a shop weld them on. Well, actually they did the whole system for me, but they welded a couple of these hangers. So for the purpose of having support but still trying to get the cutouts in, I just staggered them. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna get the other cutout and then we're gonna do the exact same thing and clamp them on. Wiggle, wiggle, worm. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Alright. Now that I'm done wiggling, take the clamps. Don't make the mistake like I did the first time. Make sure they are on first. Dang it. Alright. That one's on. I could probably just run these the same way. Then my arm. Gonna take the cutout. And slide the clamps over. I'll have to move this one in the better place. Alright, so actually that one's gonna have to probably be. Well, that one's a little angled. Should be fine, I think. Okay, so actually, you know, yeah, let's angle them out a little bit so it kicks more towards the side of the truck. Now, same process. Take your ratchet, get rid of the extension because you don't really need it, because you got a deep well socket. Spit out some metal shavings from cutting, and you're good to go. Once you have all your band clamps tightened, start the vehicle. In this case, I already did, and then let it warm up a little bit so you get all the hot air pushing out. Check all your band clamps. That you get your hand and you physically just feel around the edges, and if you feel air, you have a leak. I already did that, don't have leaks. So now we're going to put on the electric cutouts. They gave me a whole bunch of bolts, washers, nuts, and they gave me these gaskets. So it's going to go cutout, gasket, electric, gasket, and then they gave me these really heavy duty looking dumps, which I am going to use. So just going to go ahead and get to work. Now that we have everything put together, it's a real mess, so I didn't record the actual getting everything together, but I do have to still tighten them, so that's what we're gonna do. Go back around, check all the bolts, make sure none of them got loose, and you are good to go. Now what I'm gonna do is just adjust my dump angle, which is really cool because you can actually do that. So I do not think it's Is it? Nope. It is smaller. I wish I had a small ratchet. And it is the size I need. Yeah, score. But I forgot it's not a ratchet. Oh, that's really awkward. Alright, so finished putting on both dumps. Cutouts are in, no leaks. So what we're going to do is come back whenever we have the wiring done. Now, mind you that for the wiring, it's just these two things go into a Y piece, joins up, goes into a cigarette lighter, which I'll show you. It's literally this piece. And it goes into a car charging port. But mind you that the wiring is going to be different for every vehicle that you put the dumps or, the cutouts on. So we'll show you what it looks like when it's done, but just as a reminder, it may not be the same for what you're putting the cutouts on in your vehicle. So just remember. So we're back in the truck. Don't know if you can see my face or not, but we got the wiring done. I'm going to show you exactly on the inside where I ran it, and then tell you the rest of the way we did it. So right here, don't know if you can see it, but I have the switch and a little cubby next to the center console. Goes underneath the dash on a wire right under where my keys are, and then we drilled a hole in the emergency brake. So sorry you can't see it, but I guess I'll just tell you. We drilled a hole through the grommet for the emergency brake, fed them out that way, and then we continued down by the transmission, but behind the shielding, zip tied it to the brake lines all the way up to the cross member, zip tied it to the back end of the cross member underneath the transfer case, and then from there we just went straight to the wire connectors on the electric cutouts. So that's this video. It's a how-to on the cutouts. Have fun, enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good day.